I think happiness is actually more difficult to find in an affluent culture.
Judy, this is just what I've been looking for, except in pale blue.
I think a lot of people would think that they're happy when really they're just filling their life up with things that make them feel happy for a moment. And when that feeling leaves, they just find something else to give them that fleeting moment of happiness.
We can choose where we live, and we can choose the type of work that we're involved in. We can choose who our friends are. We can choose to be exposed to only a very narrow slice of life.
I think that we have this idea that the more things we have, the more conveniences that we have in our life, the easier our life is going to be.
Just press the button for your eyes. A feature that is new.
I think that we just get caught up in kind of more time-wasting, inward-seeking activity versus more outward-seeking activity that we'd be doing if we didn't have all those conveniences.
It is an interesting dynamic where we don't acknowledge each other in public spaces. People are conditioned to look away and have earbuds and be very, in their little isolated worlds, and it's not appropriate to look at other people. I think we've lost a lot. We've lost a lot of the sense of community, of neighbors caring for each other, and we've lost that sense of even families being rooted in the same place. We don't have that same sense of knowledge being transferred from generation to generation. I couldn't tell you one thing that my great-great-grandfather or mother said, that any quote from them. I think that's sad.
It is a stereotype or a cliche that, the people in the poorest countries are the happiest people. But to every stereotype, there tends to be truth. Ethiopians, I have found to be people who are proud of their culture and their history, and they have tremendous reason to be proud of it. They're the oldest known civilization on Earth. They're the birthplace of coffee. Their culture is so rich and so beautiful and so old.
Ethiopians, in my experience, are far more advanced than our culture here. Their sense of community, their sense of care for one another and sense of care for others globally, I think is to be admired.
Everywhere we went with our daughters, people wanted to kiss my daughter's hands, kiss their cheeks. They'd want to hold them and ask them their names and what their names meant. And I was just very impressed with their joy of children.
We really were taken aback by men and women holding hands with each other and always wanting to touch. There is something very physical about the Ethiopian culture that is neat and I think contributes to their sense of well-being and to their sense of happiness and meaning, is that they've got such an intimate connection with each other as human beings. I think as Westerners, there's not that same sense of family connection or tribe connection, or that same kind of rich cultural history. Often our holidays aren't or have no longer become, steeped in tradition or connected with religion, but our holidays have become a day off work, and or they've become days that we consume. We buy things.
It's not about just being happy. It's about being meaningful and engaged to the world around you, and there will be moments of happiness because of that engagement. Happiness, or this real feeling of peace or contentment, has to be gained at a much deeper level.
We have a sense that Africa or Ethiopia is in need of our charity, and I don't think that's true at all. I think Africa and Ethiopia in particular is in need of our partnership, and that we are in need of the things that we can learn from Ethiopia, from exploring their culture and the things that they believe and the people that they are.